When you are calling gender for male, you come out. You are calling gender for female, you come out.
No man, God go punish am. They will be like, ṣọ́tí ṣe lè wá láti ilé ni.
At the end of the day, we live in free world these days. So people are pro-choice. You can choose to be whatever you want to be.
Everybody, my name is Marie and welcome to another episode of Street Voices on TV Independent. Today, right here on the streets of Lagos, our question is, how would you react as a parent if your child were to tell you they want to be transgender or a cross-dresser? My name is Mary and once again, welcome to Street Voices on TV Independent, where we bring to you diverse opinion right here from the streets of Lagos. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so you're from a religious background, yeah, both of you. Okay, so now a quick scenario. Say you were to prank your parents that, mommy, you don't want to be a boy anymore. You want to change your gender. You want to be a girl now. How do you think? First reaction, what do you think your parents will say?
They will be like, ṣọ́tí ṣe lè wá láti ilé ni.
How would your parents, folks react?
You know, just be àbí kí ló ṣe mọ̀ bọ́ yìí pé like daughter. Like, is there a spell on you? Maybe something like that.
But would there be beatings involved when you're like, mommy, I'm serious. This is what I want to do.
At this my age now, at this my age, they will just be like, they'll just insult me because I'm already matured enough. They'll just insult me and advise me a little. That's all.
But what if you decide to take this prank a little bit further and you go inside and you go and put on your mommy's shoes? Yes, I would.
Mama, anything you see, you take. As in, they'll just break your head. That breaking of you just break everything. And they, you will be like, so God made you a guy. You want to change to a woman. They'll be like, devil is living inside you.
Take you for deliverance. Yeah?
They'll take you for deliverance, fasting and prayer, everything.
I swear.
If you don't punish you, they can't carry you go select church. Just know saying a broom and cane, they'll take one.
Okay, sir. So, how would you feel if a child of yours were to come up to you and say, Daddy, I want to be an opposite sex. I don't want to, if they're a boy, I don't want to be a boy anymore. I don't like my, I want to have boobs. I want to have, I want to be feminine because I feel feminine. How would you react?
For me, at that moment, I'll be head spellbound for a while.
For a while?
Yes, for a while. Then, if I have to go further, I will try as much as I could to convince that child that this is the consequence of what he or she thinks she would want to venture into or do.
Okay. But what if in a position whereby this child is very convinced, come the next day, they're already dressing like a girl, she's walking in mommy's heels, and she's doing makeup and all of that. How would you react? What would you do?
Try my best to convince that child.
What if they don't get they're not convinced? You're not doing a good job as to convincing them.
Of course, I wouldn't force her or force that child. If I want to force that child, I have to go extra mile, maybe diabolical, which, spiritual, probably, maybe there's something working on her. You understand what I'm saying? Probably there's something working on her. And me, I'm not a party to such. So I wouldn't want to force it on the child at that moment. Then two, looking at it from another perspective is, does she have the resources, or does that child have the resources to do that, which who will be responsible for the funding? That's another thing. Yes, who will be responsible for it? That's another.
You're the daddy now.
No, it will not work. It will not work. I think that seal it up.
Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't work. I don't have the resources to get that done for that child. So at that junction, I think that child will have a rethink.
Well, okay, fine. What if in a bid to convince you to, sir, the child starts dressing up like a girl and all that, doing things like a girl for a month turns into a year and all that?
It still boils down to who will be responsible for the funding. If I'm the one, I will insist that I can't venture into such with
What if they get funded? What if they get fund for them?
That's what I'm saying. A while ago, I said it, that looking at it from another perspective, except if he or she will get the funding from elsewhere, it's a different kettle of fish. But for me, I wouldn't.
Would they they still be your child if they get funding from elsewhere?
For now, I wouldn't say yes or no.
You don't want to know how my parents will react.
Please tell us. We want to know.
I think my parents will first of all faint. My mom especially. I think she would faint, but notwithstanding. I'm all for you being liberal and a free thinker and all. I'm not religious, I'm a Christian, but I think I'm fine where I am. And I do not pray. I do not pray to have my child come to me and say that they want to change the sex with which they were born with. I do not pray for that to happen. I don't know how I'm going to react when it happens. I don't know what I'm going to say to the child when it happens. I just hope we don't get there. I don't know what I'm going to say. I can't say, I don't know if I'm going to faint or if I'm going to lose my mom, like my mom. Okay? I am a Christian and I believe that whatever sex you were born with was what God planned for you to be born with.
How would you react if a child of yours comes up to you and say, dad or mom, both parents, and say, I don't like myself in my skin. I want you to pay for the surgery to change me back into a guy or a girl. How would you react?
I will be extremely shocked to hear that kind of statement coming from my child. So, but again, I will have to disabuse his or her mind that this structure or this form you find yourself is the best position. And you don't need to be a man or a woman before you can make an impact in the world. So just try to appreciate the form the Almighty puts you into and see how you can affect the world positively.
Okay, so but what if this child is predetermined? The child is determined and it just come the next day, he or she is dressing like a boy because you have two daughters, yeah? She's dressing like a boy the next day and she's just doing things like a boy the next day. What do you do?
Again, I will just try, okay, if I can take he or she to a rehabilitation center or to even consult with to consultants. Let me not use that word. To have a word with consultant. Okay, please help me educate he or she about this position. So maybe they can find a way to convince her or him. So that's the next thing. But at the end of the day, we live in free world these days. So, and people are pro-choice. You can choose to be whatever you want to be. There's limit as to what you can do, especially when your child has left that stage of being a teenager. So, I've tried my best. You can only force a horse to the river, but you can't force an horse to drink from the river. So, and the posterity will be there to judge me that I try to, yeah. So, yeah.
Where will you classify yourself? When they are calling gender for male, you come out. They are calling gender for female, you come out. In that case, you are directly cheating people. You are directly contradicting the belief people have. Because we will not know where to classify you. When they are talking about women, you are there. When they are talking about female, you are there. So it's not really good for society.
Oh, I know. Like, you mean a guy trying to become a girl?
Yes. So how would you react?
No, no, man. God will punish her. No, it's just the fact. God, no, how if you escape God punish, God must punish the boy. Now, boy who first. God must punish her. As in, God will punish her. God, like to be a man, first of all, the C period. No, I know enter English. Calm down. The C period. Then called toast girl. As in, if you enter the mood, they toast you. When they toast you, like hello, babe, what's up?
That must be a girl.
Not to be a girl.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. Interesting reactions and interesting opinion right here from the streets of Lagos. Don't forget, we want to know what you think. Yes, we want to know. How would you react if a child of yours were to say they want to be transgender or a cross-dresser? My name is Mary and this has been Street Voices on TV Independent. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful weekend.